Hello, my name is Paulise and I'm an art educator. There is no doubt that the coronavirus pandemic has transformed education all around the world. I strongly believe that now more than ever, our children need access to a quality arts education. Art provides much needed emotional and creative outlet for students. But more importantly, art has the power to transform and to help our communities heal, especially during this difficult time. That is why today I'm going to share with you how you can create your own video art lessons so that we can continue to inspire young artists all around the world. Let's get started.
So the first thing you need to do is plan. Start off by writing an objective. What do you expect your students will do by the end of the lesson? Our objective is that we will learn how to plan, prepare, create, edit, and share a video art lesson. Next, you need to research. What artists or vocabulary will you introduce? Remember to be inclusive in your choice of artists. Think about including contemporary artists, women, and people of color. Representation matters. The last part is to create a short timeline for your video. I suggest starting off with an introduction, some vocabulary and inspiration, maybe a demonstration, followed by directions, and finally a review or closure of the lesson. Once you're done planning your video, it's time to prepare. Start off with your presentation. I suggest using PowerPoint or Google Slides. When using images, keep in mind copyright law. Images labeled Creative Commons 0 are allowed for commercial and personal use. Certain images may require attribution. Some examples of sites where you can find images include FreeSVG, Pixabay, Pexels, Unsplash, and Flickr. Next is your script. I suggest writing out a detailed word-for-word script for yourself. This will seem tedious at first, but trust me, it'll save you time later on. The next part is to create. Start off by video recording your introduction, closure, and other FaceTime segments. You'll be able to add narration to your presentation later during the editing phase. Some recording devices you can use include your phone, computer, document camera, or a video camera. Before you start filming, think about where you choose to film. Set up your background, sound, and lighting. Here are some do's and don'ts to consider. Do have a neat and organized background. Ensure you have bright, front-facing light, and also make sure you're in a quiet space. Some things you want to avoid include having a messy background, dark or backlit lighting, and being in a loud or echoey space. Now it's time to edit your video. Start off by choosing your platform. I'll be using WeVideo to edit, but many of the techniques can be used in other platforms as well. Here's a list of other video editing programs that art teachers have been using. They include iMovie, Windows Movie Maker, Adobe Spark, YouTube Video Editor, and other online video editing programs as well. Now I'm going to show you how you can edit using WeVideo. Start off by importing your videos and presentation. You first need to upload your video files onto your computer. I film on my phone and upload my videos directly into Google Drive. Next, you need to export your PowerPoint or Google Slides presentation into a PDF file. Once your files are on your computer, it's time to open WeVideo. Start a new project. If you will be publishing onto YouTube later, I suggest selecting the horizontal format. Start off by clicking My Video and giving your video a title. Before you import your files, I suggest creating a new folder for the video to help keep things organized. Finally, click on Import and select your video and PDF files. It may take some time for your files to load. You may need to refresh the page to see each individual slide in your PDF presentation. Now it's time to organize our files. Start off by dragging and dropping your introduction video. You can trim the start and end by dragging on the side arrows of the video. Next, drag and drop your slides into order. Deselect the Ken Burns effect. When adding my slides, I start off by having them all last around 10 seconds. You can make adjustments to the time later by dragging the arrows. Finally, add your closing video. Once you've organized your files, it's time to begin editing. I like to work from the beginning to the end. Start off with an introduction. Zoom in and out at the bottom right. Click and drag your mouse over your files to select them. You can then drag them over to the side. You can use any of the backgrounds already available on WeVideo. Next, choose one of the text overlays. Drag and drop the text into Video 2. This video layer is on top of Video 1. Layers in WeVideo work similar to layers in Photoshop. Think of it like a digital collage. Type your title and adjust the font, size, and color. Adjust the duration of the text and background. Select and drag your other files back over and add a transition. There are a number of transitions already available for you on WeVideo. I'm zooming in so I can make more precise adjustments. You can also add music. Click on Audio and use any of the free music available. Again, you can adjust the duration by clicking and dragging the side arrows. You can also adjust the volume of the music and have it fade in and out. The blue line at the top is the volume. By clicking on it, you add a dot marker. You can move that dot up and down to increase or decrease volume at that time. To add an image, I suggest you use a transparent PNG file. Image files are most often either JPEGs or PNGs. A JPEG compresses an image, whereas a PNG file will maintain a transparent background. You can use Photoshop, Pixlr, or a website such as remove.bg to remove a background in a JPEG image you have and want to use. First, import your image into WeVideo. Then, drag and drop it into Video 2 or any other top layer. You can adjust the duration that the image is visible on top of your video by sliding the side arrows. Then, click the pencil or edit button. Under Transform, you can adjust the scale and placement of your image. If you would like, you can add an animation to your video image. Choose the scale and position of your image for the start and end of the clip. You can also have your image fade in or out of your video. Make sure you click Save Changes before moving on. Now you can preview and make adjustments to your animation. In addition to adding and animating images, you can also add text. WeVideo has some preset motion, static, and callout text for you to choose from. I'm going to go to callouts and drag and drop a word bubble into my Video 2 layer. Click the pencil button in the top left to edit. Under Properties, you can adjust the duration, the font, size, and color of your text. You can also drag the word bubble into your desired location and adjust the size by clicking and dragging the corner dots. You can also add an animation to your text, setting a start or end point. I'm going to add a fade animation to my text. Click and drag the blue playhead to preview your animation. Now, let's use these skills to create an animated intro. First, import, drag, and drop your background image. Adjust the duration. Then, add a transparent image file into Video 2. Click the pencil edit button. Under Transform, adjust the scale of your image. Select Animation at the top. Move your image to your desired end location. Click Save and adjust the playhead to preview your animation. Then make any needed adjustments. Now, to add the text, you need to create a new video layer. Click the plus sign and add a video track. Now, go to Text. You can choose a preset animation text. I'm going to just add a static text. Click, drag, and add this text to Video 3. Click Edit type your text, adjust the size, scale, color, and font of your text. You can make these adjustments for just the selected portions of your text as well. You can also add an animation or fade to the text. Adjust the duration of the text as well as any other image and background layers. Finally, move the playhead to preview your animation. Note, I later had to move the text to video 2 and the image to video 3 so that the figure appears in front of the text. Now it's time to add some sound. You can actually narrate over your PowerPoint presentation and videos. First, make sure the blue playhead is where you want to start recording your audio. Then, select My Media at the top and click on Narrate. When you're ready, you can begin recording. If you're narrating over another video, make sure the mute option is checked. When you're done recording, press stop. You can then preview your audio and choose to either re-record it or save your audio. Once you press save, your narration will be added to a voiceover layer at the bottom. From there, you can edit and move the audio clip. You can actually delete any pauses in your narration. Make sure you have the audio layer selected. Move the playhead over the pause. Click the scissor tool to split the clip. Then select and delete the audio. You can then move the other audio clip over. In addition to images and text, there is also animated overlays included in WeVideo. Go to Backgrounds and select the Overlays folder. You can preview the various overlays on the right. Once you find one you like, drag and drop it into your Video 2 layer. Similar to the images and text, you can adjust the duration of the overlay. Then, click on Edit. You can slide the blue bar beneath the preview video to see the overlay at different times. You can then move and edit your overlay. Make sure to save and preview your overlay, making any needed adjustments. You may also be wondering how I'm adding my rectangles and arrows. You can find these under Text and in the Callouts folder. Simply click and drag the rectangle into Video Layer 2. Go to Edit and Shape Properties. Here, you can choose your color, adjust the location and size, and select a thickness for a border for your rectangle. You can also add an animation or a fade. Now let's talk about green screens and color keying. For this to work, you need to film in front of a green or any other solid color background. I put up a green sheet. Import, drag, and drop the video into Video Layer 2. Now you can go to Backgrounds and select one of the pre-recorded background animations. You can also create and add your own. Import, drag, and drop the background into Video Layer 1. Now go over to your top video and select Edit. Click on Color Keying, click the eyedropper, and click on the green background. This will delete that color. You will now have a few editing options to choose from. Drag and drop your playhead to preview your video. You can also change the speed of your video. Go to Edit and select Slow, Fast Motion. Here, you can change the value of the speed of your video from slowest to fastest. You can then edit the duration of your background layer to match your new speed. You can also add a fade to your videos, just like with your images and text. Select your video and click the Open Opacity options. Click on Fade. There, you can move the white dots to adjust your fade. Another option is you can actually remove and adjust the audio from any video clip as well. Open Track Settings and click Mute Track. You can adjust the volume on the left as well. Another fun option you have is adding filters to your video. Click on your video and select FX. There are several effects you can apply to your videos. Now I have a space corgi. Finally, let's talk about transitions. There are 2 folders available with various transitions for you to choose from. Select your desired transition and drag and drop it between your slides, making any adjustments as needed. So those are just the basics that you need to know in order to edit your video lessons. We learned how to add sound, insert text, images, and create animations in WeVideo. There are many other features available, and I suggest experimenting with your video platform to see what else is possible. Now that you've created your video, it's time to share it with your students. Choose a learning platform that works for you and your students. Many art teachers have been using Google Classroom. My school district has been using Canvas. Here's a list of other learning platforms that are available. In addition to sharing your video, be sure to reiterate key information with your students. On my lesson pages, I make sure to include the objective and directions for creating and submitting work. Finally, think about providing students with optional additional extension activities. I have an additional page that gives students the opportunity to further explore concepts that were introduced in the lesson, as well as to learn more about the artist.
Well, I hope you enjoyed learning how you can create your own video art lesson. And I can't wait to see how we continue to inspire young artists all around the world. Please feel free to reach out with any questions or comments that you might have. Until next time, keep creating. Bye!